אנחנו כאן with Stephen Sniden. Did I pronounce it right?
Good enough.
Good enough, thank you. He's an Xperia product manager, and he's here to talk about the mobile, the mobility of Sony, the new product. Stephen, what happened in the last year since Sony dropped the Ericsson title?
Well, it's been an evolution for some time of us becoming more and more Sony, but after becoming officially a fully fledged part of Sony, wholly owned by Sony, we've seen a number of things happening. One of those things is that tablets is now part of the Xperia group, because it just makes sense. Smartphones and tablets are one product category. So you're going to see more of a harmony between those two product groups evolving. But also here, as we've seen here at CES, we're really promoting all of the Sony expertise that goes into these smartphones, which we've announced two of them, the Xperia Z and the Xperia ZL.
What's the One Touch? What does it do for me?
Oh, it does a bunch of things, and we're only beginning with the story. But previously, in September, we announced a couple of one-touch audio products, some over-the-air headphones and a little speaker ball. And what one-touch audio does is it lets you contact your phone to the device and then transfer the audio to that other device. So it's like a magic wand. You know, so now I'm listening on my headphones, but now I want to go to a speaker, boom, and now the sound is transferred there. So while we just had a couple of products the last quarter of this year that we announced like in September, now we have many that we're showing here. And it's not just audio products, but also we're showing how you can one-touch to your television, doing what we call screen mirroring. So we've announced, I think, like 7 televisions here. 5 of those have NFC embedded in the remote control. So again, like a magic wand, I take my Xperia Z and I contact that to the remote control. And all of a sudden, everything that I'm doing and seeing on my smartphone is now there on the television.
Okay, I want to ask you about the mobility, the whole package. You know, the laptops, the cellular phones, the tablets. The last IDC reports show that there are 2 major players, but Sony is far behind.
Let me specifically address smartphones. Okay, so it's no mystery globally there are 2 very big players currently, right? And everybody else is there trying to get up there as well. With these products that we are announcing here today, we are boldly stating that we want to aggressively go after those and be in that very top slot. Now, it starts with the products, right? So that's what we're announcing here today and showing that we have products that deserve to be in that top echelon with that premium category. And it really comes down to a simple formula of you take premium smartphone specifications. So an educated, what we call tech mature customer is going to look for things like a large 5-inch screen that has great resolution, right? Well, then we add Soniness into that to give you what we call, for example, the Mobile Bravia Engine 2. That's going to give you better contrast optimization on still photos, but also on video, giving you a brilliant image.
We are talking about the Xperia Z. I see that you have one in your hand.
Yes, I do.
What's special about the Xperia Z? I heard that the glass is better.
Yes,
and
you have a durable tempered glass, so it's going to take what your life throws at it. If you're the kind of person like me who's always putting my phone where my keys are, I don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's strengthened, durable glass, tempered glass, front and back, by the way, because you have glass all around. So it's a beautiful design. It's durable, but it's also quite beautiful. It's what we call omni-balance design. No matter which angle I'm looking at this, I see this smooth reflectivity on the sides and on the front and on the back. So you have that beauty all around, and it's quite thin too, 7.9 millimeters.
So I have the glass, and I know that it's waterproof.
Water resistant. You can hold. Now you use meters or yards where you live. I think it's meters.
Meters.
So you can throw this in the water to a depth up to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes, and it's going to be just fine. And I want to demonstrate that for you later.
Can it shoot its camera underwater?
Technically, you might be able to do that, but that's not what we're promoting. It's not intended to be like the phone you go snorkeling and swimming with. But it's meant to take if you get caught in the rain, or if you actually throw it in the water, or even if you want to wash it off at the sink, because it will protect it from the spray of the water. You can go ahead and rinse it off under the sink. It doesn't matter.
And it has the Snapdragon S4.
Yes, that's very important. When we talk about that tech mature customer, again, one of the things they're looking for is the power to drive everything that you want to do with all these applications. So we have the S4 Pro processor, and that has the Adreno 320 graphics processor in there. And you also have a generous amount of RAM. You've got 2 gigabytes of RAM in this product too. Now, since you're talking about the power part of this, what's important too is the battery. You have a large battery, it's like 2330 milliamps, but we also have a cool application called battery stamina mode. And what battery stamina mode does is it lets you shut down all these processes that are happening when you're not using the phone. When the screen is dark, you can have all this activity shut down, the LTE 4G and the Wi-Fi, and so you're not consuming battery when the screen is off. But let's say you still want to get something like your email or your Facebook. You say, I don't want everything off. That's fine. I can go through the list of applications and do what we call whitelisting and say, yes, I still want to get email. So that one will still come through, even though for everything else, it's turning off the Wi-Fi and the 4G to save you on battery time. And what that's going to do is increase your battery time by up to 4 times.
And the camera is 13 megapixels?
Yes, 13 megapixels. So again, that's
with HDR.
Yeah, with HDR, thank you. And it also has what's a really cool thing called superior auto mode. And what superior auto mode does is it takes away all the thinking you have to do about settings, and it will acknowledge to you that it recognizes the shooting situation. So when it needs HDR, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to say, oh, I realize it's backlit. I'm going to realize this is low lit. I'm going to realize that the kids playing soccer, they're in motion. So it's going to respond accordingly with all the settings appropriate for that shooting situation.
Okay, this is the Xperia Z.
Yes.
I will take this with me. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the phone. אוקיי, אז תודה, זה האקספריה Z החדש של סוני, מכשיר די מרשים, ו- thank you very much, Stephen. It was a pleasure. Thank you.